Hi, welcome to Wealth, Wellness, and Longevity. I'm Michael Christensen. Today I'm going to talk to you about something interesting called mitochondria and the NRF1 pathway. I know it sounds kind of cryptic, but your life depends on it. Why? Because every single cell in your body, except the red blood cells, has lots of little tiny things in them called mitochondria. I have an interesting little picture here that I'll show you. See that? Those little jelly bean looking things, well, those are mitochondria. Mitochondria produce 95% of the energy in your body every second of every day. And the older you get, the more your mitochondria become deficient or die. And the more your mitochondria population declines, the less energy you have and the more diseases you get. Because mitochondria produce 95% of your energy, it makes sense that as time goes by, if you have less of them, you will have less energy. And how does that relate to disease? Well, a cancer cell is formed when the mitochondria are dormant or dead. And when they're dormant or dead, it forces a cell to become a sugar fermenting maniac. And that is when a cancer cell begins. In order to keep cancer away, you need to keep your mitochondria happy, and you need to have as many of them as possible. So that leads me to the NRF1 pathway, which a scientist by the name of Dr. Joe McCord, found a way of increasing the quantity of your mitochondria in your cells by using plant-based phytochemicals, or plant extracts, I guess you could say. And by consuming a couple of McCord's tablets every single day, you promote mitochondria neogenesis or biogenesis. And let's talk a little bit about that. So the pathway to power, your mitochondria power every cell in your body, from the ones that make up your heart and brain to the ones in your bones and muscles. Your body's energy and performance starts with mitochondria, but they decline with age or when stressed. Protandim NRF1 Synergizer activates the NRF1 pathway, which is responsible for mitochondrial health. Think of mitochondria as power generators, and NRF1 Synergizer creates more of them and provides the nutrients they need immediately. This science-backed supplement enhances cellular health and energy to improve your overall performance. So let's talk a little bit about that, the NRF1 pathway. What does that mean? Well, I'm going to get a little sciencey on you, so hold on. The NRF pathway is known as the nuclear respiratory factor 1 pathway, and it is a crucial cellular mechanism involved in regulating the expression of genes related to mitochondrial biogenesis, or the creation of more mitochondria, and also relating to cellular stress response. So I'm not going to get into any other details because the rest of this particular page is very sciencey, but what I'm going to tell you is that Dr. Joe McCord received 4 Nobel Prize nominations, and we'll just go with that. That's a pretty awesome resume right there. And one of the things that he created is a way to increase mitochondria population by using acetyl L-carnitine, quercetin, alpha-lipoic acid, grape extract, and coenzyme Q10. And I'll give you a little bit about this. Acetyl L-carnitine is an amino acid, and it supports healthy cellular aging and protects against normal oxidation of RNA and mitochondria. Quercetin protects the mitochondria and their function, which supports ATP synthesis. So you may not know that ATP is your primary form of energy. 95% of your energy is adenosine triphosphate, or ATP. And without it, you are not alive. Alpha-lipoic acid is made in the body and helps turn glucose, or sugar, into energy that the cell can use and can protect all parts of the cell. Grape extract is known to support healthy aging by activating the NRF1 protein, and age-related cell signaling pathways. And then the last one, CoQ10, coenzyme Q10, made in the body and plays a key role in the ATP energy production, and combined with alpha lipoic acid supports cellular energy levels, healthy stress response, and antioxidant defense mechanisms. So anyway, that's what NRF1 does. So again, if you want to avoid disease, you got to have the most mitochondria population possible, and you need to help them make as much energy as possible and be healthy. And NRF1 pathway activation does just that. And so if you want to talk to me about this particular topic, give me a call, 208-786-0151, and be happy to talk to you about it. And there's also a video on the most longevity promoting discovery in history, which is Protandim NRF2, that reduces your oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days and by as much as 70% after several months. So some food for thought. I'm also going to release a video on Protandim NAD, one of the most important longevity promoting approaches as well. So look for that. All right. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye.